Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. The show is produced here at the El Paso Community College, and hopefully you're enjoying your new year because we're already in February, and we're enjoying our guests and meeting people that we've known for so many years. For our first interview and a little conversation with Rosemary Castillo, who is the CEO of BIENVIVIR, All-Inclusive Healthcare. She's here to talk to us about BIENVIVIR, but also I want to announce that she's one of our major sponsors, and BIENVIVIR is one of our major sponsors for our Love Conference this year that's coming up also in February, early in February. Thank you for being with us.
Happy New Year, Mary.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. We haven't seen you since last year.
I know.
Tell me a little bit about BIENVIVIR and the development and the growth expansion that you've been going through.
Well, BIENVIVIR, All-Inclusive Senior Health, has been around for 30 years now. And what we do is we serve the frail seniors of the El Paso community. All-inclusive is just that. It means that any and all services that are required by a senior to be able to manage the day-to-day kind of thing, as well as all their health care, is provided through BIENVIVIR. So we, through the sponsorship of Medicare and Medicaid, are able to provide comprehensive health. That means all hospitalization, all outpatient, all specialist. It also means home health, skilled nursing in the home. It also has a hospice component to it. We provide all meals, we provide all supplies, we provide durable medical equipment, hospital beds, oxygen. We also provide some of the other services that are so necessary, like dental care, and ophthalmology and optometry and podiatry and you name it, we provide it.
You take care of that person.
And so how do we get people to get all these services? Is through our own transportation program. Wow. So we provide all the transportation for that, as well as our core services, which are in our day health center. And so when you come in, you get your meals there, you get your personal care, you get physical, occupational, speech therapy, dietary care. It is truly comprehensive, Mary.
It is, because it's client-centered, I guess.
It is. So we have an interdisciplinary team. So when someone is welcomed into BIENVIVIR, they get assigned to a team. And that team is made up of their primary care physicians, their primary nurses who will be attending to them, their physical therapist, all of their therapists, their dietitian, a psychiatric counselor, everyone that will be dealing with them.
And they're talking to each other about that.
Yes, they do an assessment of the individual. They find out what the primary care needs are, and then they discuss it with the family, the extended family for the individual, not just the participant. And then we develop a very specific plan for that person. And then we just follow through and we monitor them continuously.
And it's been around for 30 years, so it's not a new program.
It's been very successful.
Proven.
Very successful.
Very good.
We have grown to over 900 people that we serve in the community, and we hope to get additional slot assignments from the state.
Will you be expanding to other parts of the city? Which ones are you serving right now?
So right now we're serving all of Central El Paso and a little bit into Northeast and also into the Lower Valley. But over the next few months, we plan to expand into the Socorro area. And that's very exciting for us. We don't have a building there yet, but we're going to start making that announcement and trying to recognize some of those people that are in need of services.
Absolutely.
And then we will very quickly begin developing a building there in Socorro.
Gosh, and there's so much work from the administrative side, the staff, the board. And so we need good board members, don't we, to help?
Yes, we do. This is a time when we start to recruit board members, and they are such an integral part of the organization. They are the policy-making body. They have fiduciary responsibilities to make sure that our our program is running efficiently and effectively. And so they're very important to us. And so we're looking for board members.
Yes. Will you be expanding out of El Paso as well?
We will. So approximately a year and a half ago, we were told that we were the selected provider for San Antonio. So we've already acquired a contractor that will be building our building in San Francisco, and we'll very quickly start going in there as well. We've already met with so many people in San Antonio. They're very excited about having us, and we will incorporate them into our service delivery.
That's wonderful. Now let's talk about El Paso and our seniors. We have our Seniors Love Conference coming up every February around Valentine's, and it's coming up. And last year, we were our major sponsor, our luncheon sponsor, which seniors love. They love to have that lunch.
They love to eat.
Thank you for agreeing to be a sponsor again this year. And I'm just wondering, why do you think it's important to be involved with community like the senior adult program, like the college, to serve our elders?
Well, the senior population, and I don't think many people recognize this, but they're involved in everything. They always have been, and I think when they retired or they chose a different path, they recognized that the city had given them so much, and so they become involved. And we feel like that's a commitment for us as well. We've been part of the Love Conference since it first started, since the very beginning.
And this is our 24th year.
That's right. That's right. So they have much to give, and we have much to give them as well. They're a very important part of our system, not just in terms of the fact that they receive services, but they're also involved. And many of our board members are seniors.
That's right.
So it's a mutually beneficial relationship that we have with them. And of course, we love, I don't know who came up with the Love Conference, but that is so appropriate, and it's so symbolic of what the relationship that we have with seniors.
It's wonderful. We're going to have a great program. February the 9th is coming up. It's a Saturday at the community college, and I've got my flyer right here that you're going to get to see on the screen. And it's going to be at the auditorium and the boardroom. We have a lot of exhibitors providing information about services. They love the entertainment. We got to have fun. And so seniors love to have fun. And so we're going to have music and dancing and presenter. And we're going to laugh because we have a presenter, Teresa Fendi, is going to present laughter therapy. So ha ha ha, it's so great. Good to laugh. It's so healthy. And so if you want more information, you can always call our office at 831-7801, and we'll give you more information. You can register on Eventbrite. We're looking forward to this event. It's going to be from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. Thank you for being a sponsor.
You're very welcome. We're very pleased to do it.
Thank you for being with us, Rosemary. Well, we'll be back with more guests, but before we go, please call 915-562-3444 if you want more information about BIENVIVIR, all-inclusive health. We'll be back. Well, thank you for staying with us. We have a wonderful guest that I had not had here on Mature Living before. But because this is early in February and all throughout February, there's many celebrations to celebrate Black History Month. And a lot of organizations such as the NAACP, such as the city, such as the community college, UTEP, everybody is celebrating the Jubilee. Mm-hmm. And so we want to have Pastor Michael Grady to talk to us a little bit about the Jubilee and a little bit of some work he's got cut out for him for the next couple of years as the president of NAACP. Yes. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today, and thank you for inviting me to share.
Very good. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Michael Grady. I am the president of the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, here in El Paso, branch 6175, the oldest branch of the NAACP in the state of Texas.
Wow.
109 years ago was established here in the great city of El Paso. And I'm excited as I take the helm of this great organization. We've got a lot of work to do, but I believe that we're going to be able to do it as we come together in unity and in fellowship.
That's wonderful.
I'm also a pastor.
Yes.
And therefore, I sort of
We
wear
know where
two
to
hats.
find you.
Yes. The Prince of Peace Christian Fellowship Church, 2155 Wedgewood Drive, 79925, where worshipers gather. We gather in that place each week to celebrate our faith and then move into community to leave legacy and a tangible impact on the city of El Paso.
I recently attended the installation
Yes.
for the president of the NAACP and the leadership.
Yes.
And there was a wonderful explanation of Jubilee Day.
Yes.
Tell me about Jubilee Day and why that's celebrated.
Jubilee Day is really the true Independence Day for blacks. A document was signed in 1776 that ended slavery in the Americas. It was an opportunity, again, for African Americans to be free and to seek to live their life in pursuit of happiness and celebrate their liberty. And it was a great day. And so we continue to celebrate our liberation even in this season. And each year we come together all over the nation to celebrate our liberation of freedom.
Yes.
And to walk in that liberty.
And we haven't
Yes.
mentioned A Journey of 1,000 Miles.
Yes.
You titled that as
Yes.
as your theme.
My theme for the NAACP is A Journey of 1,000 Miles. And I chose that particular theme because it represents forward movement of the NAACP. As you know, because we're the oldest branch in the state of Texas, El Paso, my goal is to move us into being the largest branch and to be inclusive of all people of color in the city of El Paso, to join together with LULAC and other organizations who really have the same passion that we have. I established my vision based on 4 goals: to revive, revisit, restore, and refocus. The 4 R's. That's going to catapult us into greatness. I've said during my installation that Dallas and Houston and San Antonio will one day look to El Paso to be the standard bearers for civil, social, and economic rights.
Yes, and is your organization growing?
Yes. Matter of fact, the membership has almost quadrupled since my inauguration and installations. We have people in the days prior to my election. We usually had about 8 to 10 people around the table, and I had my first meeting on Saturday, this past Saturday, and we had close to 65 people in the building. And we're yet growing. People are excited because the season is upon us that we need to make a stand for liberty and freedom for all people. We need to fight race-based discrimination all over the city of El Paso and give people a reason to have hope.
Yes.
And so I'm honored to be able to do so.
And have we regressed?
Yes, we've unfortunately we've gone so far in regression since the Civil Rights Movement, since the Emancipation Proclamation, even since the life of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I think we've lost our focus of working together and striving together. His great speech of one day my children will be able to sit at the table of brotherhood and sit down with people of other ethnicities and cultures. We live in a very toxic climate in this season, and it's coming from the highest levels of our government down to the lowest levels of our cities. And it is our goal and my goal to try to reunite us, to refocus our energies on helping one another, uplifting one another, protecting the rights of all citizens, because it's not just African Americans. I know NAACP, the CP says colored people, and that's a great thing, but we're people of color as well. So we represent sort of a rainbow coalition of people in the city of El Paso. El Paso is a great city of diversity, but we've got to be in it. We've got to make that step of 1,000 miles, that journey toward unity and toward friendship.
Yes. And that is so good. It's a good message of hope.
Yes.
And can we move forward?
I think we
together?
can. I think we can. A lot of folks are afraid of moving out or operating outside of the box. We've been taught separatism, though we say unity. One of the most profound statements that Jesus made, John the Baptist was in prison about to be beheaded. And so he sends his disciples to go ask Jesus, is he the one, or should the believers look for another? And Jesus says to John, go back and tell John what you see and what you hear. And I'm convinced today the reason that we're in this condition is because we say one thing, but we show something different.
Okay.
All right. There are churches proverbially on every corner in the Americas, yet there is division and divisiveness, and people have been taken advantage of. We've lost our credibility, not because of laws, but because of our unwillingness to bend toward one another, to be helpers of one another, yes, to be encouragers. I grew up in the oldest black settlement in the United States, and so I come from I grew up in an all-black community. Black school teachers, black policemen, black firemen, black teachers, black educators, everybody was black. I didn't see white people up close until I went to the Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville, Illinois. And so I come from a place, and when I went back to that place, though it was a great place to grow up, it had been infiltrated with hatred and division and strife and those kind of things, and it's not the same place anymore. I believe the plight of civil rights through the NAACP, as well as the faith-based community, can make a difference.
Yes. Yes, and you will.
Yes.
You will. And if someone wants to inquire about the celebrations,
yes,
and the activities and events that you all are going to have throughout,
yes,
February, all year long,
yes,
by the
yes,
way.
Yes.
Where can they call you and also to become members
of
your great
NAACP.
Organization?
All right. Well, if you're going to want information, we have a website. It is www.naacplpaso.org. O-R-G. You can go on our website and you can see our vision and our direction and our focus, and activities that we'll be having throughout the year will be posted on that website. You can also reach me at 751, that's 915 area code 6490, and you can call. I have an email that says president.naacp@yahoo.com. I want to be available to the citizens of El Paso, and I want to get a team around me that understands the importance and the critical time in which we live as we move forward, taking one step of 1,000 miles to make a difference.
So wonderful. And a great vision, a great mission.
Yes.
And we wish you much success.
Thank you so much.
Throughout the year in your presidency.
Yes.
And these wonderful leaders that I heard speak.
Yes.
Oh gosh, you've got so many,
yes,
so many great speakers that
yes,
they can go out into the community and
yes,
everybody pitches in and helps you.
Yes, we must be about it.
That's it.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pastor Grady.
Yes, thank you so much.
Good to have you here on
Yes,
Mature
bless
Living.
you.
And we'll be back with more guests here on Mature Living.
Thank you.
Our next guest is a very special friend that has been with us for some time. She is the involved with the LULAC organization. Chris Fraga is here with us to talk to us and to invite us to a women's conference that's taking place on Saturday, March the 2nd. And so this women's conference has been going on for some years that LULAC District 4 has sponsored. And Chris Fraga is the programs chair for our district. You're also the co-chair for the women's conference. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me here, Mary.
And of course, we must mention Rebecca Bustamante, Judge Bustamante, who is the Deputy District Director for Women's Affairs.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Tell me about the conference and all the planning that's been going on already.
The conference is going to be held on March 2nd from 8 to 4 at the Hilton Garden Inn by UTEP. We're having guest speakers speak on topics of immigration, healing herbs and our ancestors, on education, spirituality. We have a diverse, group of speakers, professionals that we're trying to entice women to come and reach their potential, in becoming leaders, becoming professionals.
And I love the theme the conference. What's the theme of the conference?
Emerging women.
Emerging women. And what was the sense when you all, the committee, decided to title it Emerging Women?
Emerging women is more or less because we want women to come out. We're no longer in the sense that we're just homemakers or, having children. We're now professionals. We're now CEOs. We're now scientists.
And what's happened in legislature just recently, with all the elections of women in the state House of Representatives,
we now have a lot of women in politics.
Very good, and they're serving as judges, and they're just all over the place. I noticed that you're going to have Georgina Perez, who serves in the
School of Education.
Yeah, okay, very good. And then you're going to have Estela Casas. Tell me about
Estela will be our MC in the morning. Of course, with her current health situation, she's only able to help us a couple of hours, but she'll be our MC, welcoming everybody to come in and enjoy the conference.
And also to share her journey, right?
Of course, sharing her journey, what she's gone through with her health, her career, her role as a mother, a professional.
She's quite a role model for all of us. Now, the conference is going to take place from 8 to 4.
Yes.
It's going to be all day, and it's going to take place at the Hilton Garden Inn, which is the hotel right there on University Avenue where UTEP is located.
Exactly.
And tell me about the fee. How can women register, and how much does it cost?
We are charging $30 per participant. Right now, we are currently looking for sponsors so we can get people to attend for free. The only reason we're charging is because of the meal that they're going to serve. We're going to have vendors there also that are going to be selling goods.
Yes.
We're going to have entertainment.
Yes.
We're going to have a fashion show, a hair show.
Wow, that's going to be fun.
And numerous store prizes.
That's wonderful. That's a good plan, a very good plan. We also have Dr. Armando Gonzalez Stewart. What is he going to talk about?
He's going to be talking about healing herbs and our ancestors. We have all these myths about how we use medicine, folk medicine. He's going to talk about the different vast of medicines that we have and centuries and I guess curanderismo and
and just some of the things that we were given when we were little, and how the folk medicine and how it worked, in the days, and where the medicine comes from, because it's so interesting what he talks about. So
exactly.
That's going to be a really exciting thing. Also, women in law enforcement. Is that going to be a topic?
Yes, exactly. Women in law enforcement. We're going to have Marta Terrazas from the FBI. She will be speaking about her role, her career, in law enforcement, how she reached her potential, how she's reached her career goals to influence women that, you can do it. You're not alone. You can do it. You can achieve anything.
Very good. It sounds like a really great conference, an all-day thing. We're all going to be there. We're going to have the Council 22194 from LULAC. They're going to, the young adults from the Special Needs Ministry is going to do something special for us.
Yes, the special needs kids from Council 22194 will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
In sign language.
In sign language.
Yeah, in sign language. So that's going to be really nice. And lastly, just recently a Congress legislator was criticized for dancing.
Ocasio-Cortez?
Yes, Alejandra. And so, that's important for us to recognize. And I love the title of this last event that we're going to have. What are you going to have at the kind of a finale?
What we're going to have is Emerging Women Can Dance Too. You know how when she was inaugurated, she danced a little as she, got sworn in. So we're going to have a little event like that, kind of for everybody to see that.
To get up and
If
dance.
she can do it, we can do it.
We can do it.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely. It sounds like a really good conference. We are going to also have Raymond Serra. He's going to provide us some information about LULAC.
Raymond Serra is our national parliamentarian for LULAC. He's going to be speaking about LULAC's accomplishments, or why LULAC.
Yeah.
You know, people see us as just an organization. He's going to explain to you what LULAC has accomplished, what we're doing and stuff. It's going to be very interesting, and we invite everybody to come join us.
It's so great. I must name Rebecca, of course, Bustamante, who's our new Justice of the Peace. She's heading this committee and doing a great job, and she's worked very hard. We're still looking for vendors,
Yes, of course.
exhibitors and vendors. We're looking for you to register, and we're going to give you a phone number in a minute. And you know, this immigration hot topic is really important because attorneys Norma Islas and Pam Munoz are going to be talking about this issue that impacts El Paso so much.
Of course.
And so we're going to be having a good time, great lunch, right?
Great lunch. And the other thing that, Mary, I wanted to mention is that we're going to have a box there. So if you want to bring toiletries like shampoo, toothpaste, conditioner, lotion, we're going to be collecting all these toiletries to give to the Annunciation House because of all the immigrants that they've been having. So we're going to have a donation box. So bring them in.
Very good.
So we can donate. We can do our part.
That's it. You know, Chris, you're doing a good job in the district as well.
Thank you, Mary.
As our program coordinator, chair, you know, I call on you for everything, and I really appreciate your hard work and your
thank you, Mary.
contributions to our wonderful civic organization, LULAC, who's been around now for 90 years. We'll be celebrating this year.
We're celebrating our 90th year this year.
And so in February, we're going to be having an event. So we'll be inviting everybody to that event where we're celebrating 90 years of LULAC's existence. Thank you. And so let's give your phone number so that they can call you to register.
You can call me at 915-999-2743, or you can email me at fragcm@yahoo.com. And I'll be glad to send you the forms. You can be an exhibitor, a vendor, a participant,
Or they can
or you
sponsor
can
a table.
advertise or sponsor a table. Okay?
And they can advertise in our program as well.
That's
Thank you so
right.
much.
Thank you, Mary.
Chris Fraga, our LULAC co-coordinator of the
Emerging Women, LULAC's 11th annual Women's Conference.